Disrespect is an all too common challenge that we encounter in our daily lives, and it has the power to evoke feelings of frustration, anger, and upset. However, what if we could approach these difficult situations with the wisdom and grace of the ancient Stoic philosophers? In this video, we will delve into 10 practical Stoic principles that can help us navigate the murky waters of disrespect, enabling us to emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient. I challenge you, my dear viewers, to summon your inner strength and stay with me until the end of this transformative journey. Together, we will explore how Stoicism can empower us to handle disrespect with poise and purpose. Let us begin. 1. The power of self-reflection, a mirror for personal growth. Stoicism places great emphasis on the practice of self-reflection and self-examination. The Stoics believed that the quality of our thoughts directly influences the quality of our lives, and that we should constantly strive to improve ourselves and our actions. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently put it, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When faced with disrespect, take a moment to turn inward and engage in honest self-reflection. Ask yourself thought-provoking questions. Is there any truth in what the person said or did? Did my own actions or words contribute to this situation? How can I respond in a manner that aligns with my core values and virtues? By approaching the situation with an objective lens and a willingness to learn, you can gain valuable insights into yourself and the dynamics at play. Self-reflection is a powerful Stoic tool that ensures your responses are grounded in rational judgment rather than knee-jerk reactions. It is through this process of introspection that we cultivate personal growth, wisdom, and resilience. 2. The art of the pause, responding with intention. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, cautioned, whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit. The Stoics recognized that impulsive reactions driven by intense emotions, like anger or frustration, often lead to poor decisions and unnecessary suffering. When confronted with disrespect, the Stoic approach encourages you to resist the urge to react immediately. Instead, take a deliberate pause to collect your thoughts and regain control over your emotions. This momentary pause provides a crucial opportunity to respond with intention, aligning your words and actions with the Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. By resisting the impulse to react impulsively, you create space for a more measured and thoughtful response. This approach fosters more constructive and less emotionally charged interactions, ultimately leading to more positive outcomes and personal growth. The art of the pause is a key Stoic strategy for maintaining composure and making rational decisions in the face of disrespect. As we navigate the complexities of life, disrespect will inevitably cross our path. However, by embracing the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, we arm ourselves with the tools to handle these challenges with grace, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to personal growth. Remember, you have the power to choose your response, and by choosing to embody Stoic principles, you become the master of your own narrative. Stay strong, my friends, and continue to explore the transformative potential of Stoicism in your daily lives. Together, we can cultivate the inner strength and wisdom to navigate any storm, emerging stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than ever before. 3. Cultivating inner calm amidst the storm. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the idea that our emotional disturbance stems not from the events themselves, but from our perception and interpretation of those events. As Epictetus wisely stated, people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. This profound insight encourages us to recognize that disrespect is not inherently harmful or offensive. Rather, it is our own thoughts and judgments that give rise to our feelings of hurt or anger. When confronted with disrespect, remember that the other person's behavior is a product of their own internal state, not a reflection of your inherent value or worth. By embracing this perspective, you can maintain your inner calm and prevent their disrespect from hijacking your emotional well-being. You have the power to choose how you respond, and by choosing to remain composed, you take control of your own narrative. 4. Embrace acceptance. The serenity to thrive despite adversity, a core maxim illuminated by the Stoics, is radical acceptance of what lies beyond our control, including the disrespect of others. As Epictetus proclaimed, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. The Stoics made a powerful distinction, the dichotomy of control, between what we can and cannot control. We alone govern our thoughts, feelings and deeds. All else, external events, other people's behavior, is fundamentally out of our control. When disrespect manifests, the world is not giving you a curveball it not handle. You always have the choice to respond with the centered tranquility of a sage, accepting life's vicissitudes. By accepting disrespect with this uniquely stoic equanimity, you alchemize the situation's potential to induce anger, resentment, or inner turmoil. Instead, extracting wisdom from adversity becomes your domain. You isolate disrespect as merely one of life's inevitable curveballs. Beyond your influence, what remains in your control is the opportunity to elevate your character, to radiate poise, resilience and self-assurance despite any disrespect that may transpire. Embody the Stoic call to thrive amidst adversity by accepting life's storms you cannot prevent. Safeguard your serene center, grow from each challenge, and move forward as sovereign of your heroic life journey. 5. Unleash the power of humor, laughter's elevating force. The sagely Stoic Seneca illuminated, you have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously. While Stoicism champions emotional mastery and rational action, it also recognizes laughter's remarkable ability to uplift us through challenges. When disrespect unfolds, a witty rejoinder can be your sword and shield, deflecting animosity while shielding your inner peace. Rather than surrendering to negative emotions, you can deftly wield whimsy to disarm the situation. Of course, injudicious humor has no place, but strategic levity reflecting Stoic virtues can alchemize adversity into a learning opportunity, approached with lightness. Revel in your human capacity for laughter, a uniquely powerful tool to preserve equilibrium when facing life's inevitable tests. Stoic strength combined with well-timed humor becomes an unshakable force. You remain the master of your realm. 6. Cultivate empathy, the path to understanding. The great Stoic sage Epictetus imparted profound wisdom. Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. The Stoics deeply understood the interconnected nature of humanity. By cultivating empathy and seeking to understand the motivations and emotions driving others, we open doors to personal growth and more harmonious interactions. When faced with disrespect, the Stoic path calls us to practice empathy consciously. Make a determined effort to metaphorically step into the other person's shoes and view the situation through their lens. Their disrespect may not be personal nor intentional, but rather stem from deep insecurities, fears, or ignorance they struggle with. Empathy nurtures compassion, dissipating negative feelings towards the person and their actions. By empathizing, you avoid internalizing their words or deeds too personally. You can then respond with poise and dignity, rather than escalating conflict. Empathy reflects the Stoic virtues of wisdom, compassion, and constant self-improvement. It transforms challenges into opportunities to grow stronger through understanding. So I challenge you, be an exception among the masses by opening your heart to this empowering principle. You've made it this far. Forge ahead with empathy as your torch to illuminate the higher path. 7. Concentrate on virtue, unlocking your highest potential. At the core of Stoic philosophy shines the perennial quest to develop virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, self-control. These supreme qualities empower us to live fully actualized lives in harmony with reason and nature's laws. The renowned Stoic Seneca articulated, "Virtue is nothing else than right reason." Virtue represents perfect alignment of our thoughts and actions with the natural and rational order. The Stoics recognized virtue as life's highest aim. All else is ultimately indifferent. When disrespect trespasses upon you, the Stoic call is to focus your response fully on virtue, not ignoring the offense, but meeting it with a reaction venerated by your deepest values and principles. Concentrate on virtue, and you reinforce your noble personhood while sidestepping destructive emotional undercurrents. The trial then becomes a catalyst for you to emerge stronger and more self-actualized. Embrace the Stoic challenge to experience life's difficulties as opportunities to flex your virtuous mindset and actions. Become exponentially more than those who remain imprisoned by knee-jerk emotional reactivity. You hold the key to the supreme path. Dedicate yourself wholeheartedly to the eternal virtues. 8. The heroic choice. Forgiveness liberates. Disrespect has pierced your world. How will you respond? With destructive anger or elevating forgiveness? The timeless Stoic path illuminates forgiveness as a supreme act of self-mastery and liberation, not weakness. Forgiveness absolutely does not represent approving harm done or amnesia of wrongdoing. It is the heroic choice to alchemize burning negativity, poisoning your mind and spirit. You release the self-inflicted shackles of anger and resentment, restoring your sovereignty over inner peace and uncheckable tranquility. Distinguish between what we can and cannot control. While we hold no reign over external acts against us, we remain forever the sculptor of our state of being. Forgiveness reflects mastery over our sphere of power, our thoughts, perspective, and response. It encapsulates rising with wisdom and compassion, rather than them being consumed. Forgiveness frees you to move forward unburdened, your dignity and nobility reinforced. It is not relinquishing your values, but renouncing entrapping toxicity to soar as the higher self. An act of forgiveness sounds the trumpets announcing, "I will not be diminished." Let forgiveness be your work of sacred self-care and transcendent heroism. 9. Erect invincible boundaries. Stand towering in self-respect. To walk the Stoic path is to be an unwavering pillar, not a pliant reed bent by every conflict. You are an indomitable force demanding respect, releasing what lies beyond your influence, while asserting sovereign control over your domain, your mindset, actions, and boundaries. When disrespect trespasses, there is no edict to accept mistreatment passively, nor is retaliation with anger and loss of control the answer. You are called to stand as an imposing bulwark, calmly yet assertively upholding the reasonable personal boundaries that preserve your dignity and self-respect. Speak forth the truth about transgressions against you, and clearly convey your expectation of respect. By courageously advocating for the basic ethic of mutual human regard, recognize your immense value and self-worth, and resolutely defend your sanctity as a formidable yet disciplined force for honorable justice. 10. Unleash the vision of perspective. Soar above the turbulence. Perspective is a transcendent superpower, the ability to view life's landscapes from an elevated vantage point of objectivity and wisdom. When disrespect attempts to rattle you, perspective is your strategic arsenal to remain unbowed. Through mastering perspective, you cultivate the sagely skill of avoiding reactivity and taking offenses hyper-personally. Disrespect dwindles into what it truly is, a transient disturbance, insignificant compared to your eternal journey of growth and noble purpose. The immortal words of Marcus Aurelius echo. Our life is what our thoughts make it. With perspective's clarity, you realize most disrespect arises from another's own insecurities, ignorance, or fragility, in no way a reflection upon your intrinsic worth. You hold the choice to transmute disrespect through intentionally widening your lens. Forgive it, learn from it, or defensively ignore it. Do not permit it to occupy your sacred mind space. Perspective steadies your gaze upon what resonates with deepest meaning, your values, aspirations, and heroic virtues. Perspective empowers you to marshal your finite supply of energy toward corrosive resentment or trivial revenge, but purposefully investing in personal mastery and leaving an enlightened legacy. So whenever disrespect attempts to ruffle your state, invoke the power of perspective as your stoic force field. Elevate above the turmoil to objectivity's rarefied air. This transcendent skill set reflects Stoicism, not as emotional suppression, but masterful regulation, allowing your innate heroic radiance to shine. Perspective is among your arsenal's mightiest weapons, to live undaunted by disrespect. Ever remind yourself, perspective, for Stoicism teaches to courageously embrace all emotions as data, while never forsaking reason's self-command. Through diligently applying these 10 catalyzing principles, you forge an unconquerable spirit, resilient and poised amidst any squalls of disrespect or storm-tossed rudeness. Let each experience temper your discipline and magnanimity, for those who seek truth's illumination will encounter our lessons on timeless wisdom and self-actualization. We shall convene again for further forays into ennobling mastery over the territory of your sovereign spirit. For now, celebrate the vision of perspective you have beheld. You cannot halt disrespect's winds, but you alone erect the monument of how powerfully you allow them to buffet you. Perspective is your throne, ascend it valiantly.